Well, howdy, 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 Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. It is the 30th of August, Tuesday, the 30th of August, no less. Tomorrow's the 31st, the next day, the 1st, and then on Friday it is the 2nd. That's also payday. Normally I get paid, quote-unquote paid, my Social Security disability on the 3rd of every month, because the 3rd is a Saturday. I got paid on Friday. It's not leeching to be on disability either. I mean, my taxes that I paid up until I could no longer work went in to pay for my disability. I mean, you are paying for your disability too. Through every time you pay any sort of tax, there is an amount of that goes into Social Security disability. If you have to go on to Social Security disability, that's the fund that you get the money back. It's not leeching off anybody else. It's from that fund. I just mentioned that because, of course, there's been people in the comments, not a lot, just the occasional troll, that said things like, oh, stop leeching off this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, I'm not. You know, I paid my taxes. I still pay taxes. I'm not leeching off anything. And on that note, actually, I got mail here, and I just wanted to laugh at this one. On the side of this one certified box, it says, "Here is how to seal your box." Here's how my mind works. The first thing I thought when looking at that, "Here's how to seal your box," is, oh, that's easy. You just make sure you got your panties pulled on tight. That's kind of rude, and I apologize, though I think that's still funny. And, of course, with my reflective shirt and my reflective skin, I'm going to be bouncing off that and overloading the filters on my webcam every time I turn around. Yay. It irritates me to no end. Hopefully, when I get into this RV, I'll be able to have a good lighting setup where I can maybe get another camera and not overload the filters on it. That'd be a good thing. Well, before I show you what I've gotten in the mail, I want to say, bon dia, diaguit, labrit, ahanyo dzień dobry, or, less formally, cześć. Now, it should be said faster, and I'm not a native Polish speaker. Yeah, Polish speaker. And I have been told by other Polish speakers that it is +10 difficulty. So I just try to get into the general ballpark on my pronunciations. As long as you can recognize it, at least, I think I'm doing good. Terahomakost, Barilus, Gomarias, Buenos Dias, Diadit, which is Scots Gaelic, because Diaguit, that one's Irish. Boreda, Yoragelt, Matenva, Buongiorno, Dobro Utro, Bokertov, Ohio, Kamusta, God Morgan, Go Morgan, Nihao, Privyet, Guten Tag, und / oder Guten Morgen, Kalimera, Bonjour, Dobre Rano, Labas Ritas, Merhaba, and of course that old Irish phrase, Kinkrak. It's like, well, just take it on faith. It's a good thing. It doesn't mean go out and eat babies. Well, it doesn't mean go out and eat human babies, which is good. Now today is well, yesterday was supposed to be K-Pop Monday, and of course, I blew it. So today is K-Pop Tuesday. So I don't have my videos chosen for that yet. I'm going to have to do that as soon as I finish here, and I'm going to finish here in just a couple, and then I got to get my work done. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done today. I've got to find time to take a shower. Like it or not, you know, I gotta take a shower. It's been, I think a week. And though I use a washcloth and I wash and I stay clean, it doesn't do anything about my hair. I can't you can't sponge bath and get your hair clean. You can sponge bath and get the rest of your body clean. My hair and my scalp are in trouble because I, of course, have scalp and facial psoriasis. And the only thing that helps keep that clear is the specialized coal tar shampoo. Who would have thought that the tar from coal, when you smear it into your hair and onto your skin, actually clears up problems? And yet amazingly it does. It's good for like at least facial psoriasis and scalp psoriasis. I hate psoriasis. I always wondered why my skin was the way it was. Because I could scrub myself real good and then take a shower, and then within an hour I'd have all this dry skin again. And it's like, I'm going, where's all this dry skin coming from? Because I'd coat myself up with lotion and still happened. Well, of course it still happens. Psoriasis has nothing to do with being, dry, not dry, or anything like that. Because I have very oily skin. For all the years I'm going, how can I have dry, oily skin? It doesn't mix. Well, it does if you've got psoriasis. Which is, of course, just buildup of, well, look up psoriasis on Wikipedia and all that. I don't really want to talk about it. It's gross. It's not gross, it's just extra skin flaking off from my psoriasis. Luckily, washing, you can get rid of all that extra stuff. It's always building up. So, I've got all sorts of videos that I need to get done. On K-pop, I'm going to throw some other non-K-pops in there too at the end. So, we shall see. Hopefully I'm getting a game thing in there, but I'm not sure. I've got to, like I said, I got to get a shower in. I've got all sorts of stuff that I got to do, and I don't know when I'm going to have time to do anything. Life can be difficult, I say. I mean, times like this when I say my life is difficult, it's not difficult. It's just time management. That's not difficult. Difficult is when you've got to find a home because you're going to be homeless. And so that's why I'm hoping that the person who's cleaning it out, because they're the person I'm buying it from, they want to clean it out and do some little bit of stuff because they worked as, I think it was a maid, and then they moved in there, and now they don't like leaving messes for people to clean up because she does that kind of work and doesn't like to just leave it. So she wants to do that sort of extra work, and then I'm going to be able to start doing the stuff I need to get done on. So yay. Oh, itchy, itchy, itchy. Oh, itchy skin. I'm always so dry. I drink water and all that, and I drink a lot of it. I used to drink a gallon a day, but then now I don't, because that was a lot, and I was like really flushing stuff out of my system that I shouldn't have been. So now I drink less, but I got to remember to drink enough. I mean, my skin is too dry right now. I need to drink stuff. It shouldn't be like that slow popping back in. So I need to drink some more today. Yay! Yay! Health lessons. Take care of your health. Make sure to stay hydrated. That's one of the reasons I got kidney problems right now. When I was taking care of my wife, I didn't drink enough. And I went through a long period where I was dehydrated for a time. Well, that damaged my kidneys doing that. So, yay. Now I've got to make sure that my kidneys stay healthy. Because your kidneys take a lot of damage before they start to complain. So if your kidneys are sending out the chemical messages that says, we're hurting, that means they're really damaged. Because you can lose like 50% of your function on your kidneys before you even get an indication from your kidneys that there's a problem. So yay. And I got a problem, so I got to make sure I stay hydrated, or they're going to, I don't want to become like dependent on what are those machines that you get hooked to for your kidneys that dialysis. I don't want to be on dialysis 3 times a week. I wouldn't be able to do this. You don't have energy for anything after dialysis. Holy smokes. So, don't want that. Well, I'm going to cut this one. It's 10 minutes. No, I can't cut this one. What am I, an idiot? It's 10... Well, don't answer that one. Don't answer that one. But I wanted to talk about these things because I got... it's falling down. I gotten this one in the mail. And son of a gun, it was from this person. Now, I don't know. Male, female, fungus, fish, fowl, hard to say. But a Bellacore sticker and the Bellacore CD, because the note sent with it said, yes, you are right, it is a concept album. Thanks for your review. Cheers from Australia. And so, cool. The sticker is going to go up on the wall, and the CD is going to go with the other CDs that I've gotten, because I've gotten a couple, and I need to put them with my, like I've gotten a rooster, a ceramic rooster, and that's really freaking awesome. It's a rooster, Barcelos. Really cool. And I got, all sorts of stuff that this is going to go with, and I'm going to be listening to it all the way through. Awesome. Thank you so very, very much. And then, I also, this is the box that made me laugh, where it's like how to seal your box. And it's like, well, just make sure your panties are pulled on tight and you've got your box sealed up pretty good. Inside of this one is actually a postcard with a nice bit of a nice letter on the side. And then, because they weren't sure whether or not that was going to be clear enough, there was another letter. And it was pretty cool. But also, with that, now I didn't know, Tsum Tsum? Is that how that's pronounced? It's a Stitch Tsum Tsum? They're stackable little plush toys. I don't know where you buy them, but that's really neat. Yeah, if I had more of those, I'd stack them up and that'd be cool. But that's a little Stitch. And that's going to go up on the wall. The Bellacore sticker is going to go up back there. So that's really, along with the postcards, going to go with the other postcards. The letters going to stay with the letters. Thank you so much for that. That was so cool when I opened it up and there was that little Tsum Tsum thing in there. And it was like, oh my god, that was like a nice shot of an antidepressant. And then the next thing that I have is something that I had just opened up. It just opened up. I just got it a bit ago. There's this fellow here, or here, I can't remember which, with his channel, he had mentioned, I do giveaways. And why don't you enter? And it's like, I don't enter giveaways or contests or anything like that because I don't win. Even if there's only 2 people and I'm the second person, I've never won. I've never won, ever. So I learned a long time ago, don't even try because it doesn't matter. You get stepped on enough, you stop doing stuff. And so I stopped entering any sort of contest because why? And so finally this fellow said, look, if you just enter the contest, you win. Automatically, you win the contest. And here's the channel, because, normally that's not what happens. He does real giveaways. Here's the channel and all that. But I entered. I was the only person. And someone else won. So that was fun. And no, I'm lying. No, someone else didn't win if I was the only person in there. I was just making a joke saying, I don't win things. So, yeah, but I actually won. I was the one person. And so I got a loot crate. And so, opening up this loot crate inside, oopsie, it's falling all over. There's a Sterling Archer t-shirt, Sterling Danger Zone President 2016. It's like, do you want a president? Because that's how you get a president. Ask me. I watched one episode back when it first came out. Since then, never watched it. A pair of Kill Bill stockings that is also so reflective, just like my skin. A World of Warcraft pin with a thing on the back that says, "This pin unlocks something epic. Go to Loot Crate, blah, blah, blah." So, what the heck. And then there's a Hellboy Right Hand of Doom ceramic bank. I don't know. I've never heard of... I mean, I've heard of Hellboy. I don't know what this Right Hand of Doom thing is. Oh. Oh, it's an actual piggy bank. I'm gonna... Oh, don't even have to tear it. It's just a piggy bank. You put your money in there, and it's actually kind of cheap and tacky. But what the hell? It's cheap and tacky is cool. So let's stuff that back inside of this box. Because here's the... Close enough. Also, this is the high point of it. What came with it as well, a Harley Quinn Q-Fig. But this is the Harley Quinn as like the TV... cartoon TV show, Harley Quinn. On the back they advertise there's the Suicide Harley Quinn, which is to say, you know, the Harley Quinn that everyone wants to have sex with. Because of my two friends, that's all both of them can talk about, is how much they want to have sex with the gal that plays Harley Quinn. What the heck? So that's actually pretty cool. Actually wind. So as stated, he has contests and all that on his channel, so please check that out. I'm going to figure out how that goes back in there eventually. So I'm going to put that over there and this over here. There's even instructions on how to turn the box inside out. So it's got instead of just being a black box, it has like all that on the outside of it, and then there's a weird handle that holds it together. I'll figure that all out later. All right. Now, I'm going to call this one at 17 minutes. You take care. Have a great day. Hopefully I'm going to get another camera one day that doesn't get so freaked out over the light bouncing off of my Caucasian skin. I am just too Caucasian for my own good. I am way too Caucasian to be healthy. I am not proud of skin color. Skin color is... I mean, it's the stupidest thing to get in... I mean, it's ridiculous. Skin color is an accident of birth. It's the reaction to the adaptation of time and harsh sunlight, protection against that. It doesn't mean a single thing otherwise. The fact that I'm so white that I glow in the dark doesn't mean a thing, skin-wise, than if I were, you know, coal black. Or if I were Asian. Or if I were Native American. Skin color is the stupidest frickin' thing to base anybody on. I mean, here it's irritating that I'm white because I keep overloading my webcam. If I was less reflective at this time, I'd certainly like that. But otherwise, I mean, skin color is, talk about shallow. But anyway, you take care. Have a great day today. I gotta hopefully get a few videos done. 1 or 2. So, we'll see what happens. You take care and have a great day, and I'll see you on the flip side.